I was thinking about this car over lunch and what to do. I need to pressure test the engine to make sure it's alright, but to do that I've got to do an awful lot of messing about and blanking plugs and it still doesn't drive. So I went round my container and I found one of these. Look at that. That's like new. It's a beauty, it's an absolute beauty. And also a really good water pump. Now this is a cast iron impeller. It was made in the UK. AE it is. It's a nice one. So I'm going to fit them. I'm going to get this running. Haha, that would be good, wouldn't it? So stick around. I'm going to bolt these bits and pieces on, and also I can see now sticking out the snow a barrel of used coolant that was going to go to the recycling. Now, why not shove it in here? It is still cold and icy, and it does get down to about -2, -3 in the night, so obviously I don't want to put water in it, but I need something in it to test it for pressure. Now, what time is it now? It's 1:30. I wonder how long it would take me to get this going. Let's see. So I don't know if you can see down here, but whenever I do a 300 TDI I always tap these holes out here, and it's quite a good thing too, because somebody's absolutely gobbing them up with silicone and rubbish, so it's a good idea to tap them out. Other good thing, I'm going to see if I can find another housing for here. Bad thing, power steering, dry. It's like the Sahara Desert. Look, there's not a bit of oil in it. Disappointing. So it really is important I get this engine running to get it going. I've got a gasket for the water pump. I've got a new P gasket. I'm going to clean up all the bolts. Fortunately I found the box with all the bolts in. I'm going to clean those up on a wire brush, and then it should be, you know, it should be kind of straightforward to put back together. And then I can put some, see, this cap isn't the right one. The bloody hell is that off? Anyway, we're going to put a new cap on it. But you can see, look at the rust and corrosion in there. It really wants a good solid cleaning out. But you can't use caustic, that's a problem, because of all the aluminium. So let's get on with that, clean those bolts up. It's had another core plug in here. It seems, it looks alright, but I don't know. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a risk on that. So let me get this all boxed up. So it's now nearly 3 o'clock. I've got it all built back up again. I haven't put any Prestone in it, and I did try and turn it over and it was starting to fire, which is a good thing. It's shaking like shaking Stephen. Good. See, now why couldn't my pump do that? Right. Oh, got a bit of blow by. Oh, you've got a spanner lost. Alternator's noisy. some water in it. I put some Prestone in it, or whatever, antifreeze. I think it's missing a cylinder somewhere. I think it's missing a cylinder. And it's smoking quite bad out of here. That could be many a thing. Not sure. But it's running. What do you think, eh? Not bad, eh? At least I can move the bloody thing now. Get these tyres pumped up. Right, alright, so let me get some coolant. I got some pretty dodgy antifreeze here. Some Prestone, whatever you want to call it. Cool. It's not really coolant, I don't know what the hell it is. But I found it in a snowbank, in a barrel, and it wasn't frozen. So that's good news. I'm using a J-cloth as a filter. You can see in there, look, you see all the filth. I mean, it's filthy anyway, but should be alright. Right, let's get this filled up. Well, as you can probably hear, it's a runner. Quite snappy, which is a surprise. One little faux pas, it's spewing ATF out from the power steering. I didn't see the hose had a split in it. It's the suction hose. The feed hose, sorry, should I say, to the pump. So I'm going to replace that, so I'll have to strip off the belt and bits and pieces again. No real big deal, but a little bit inconvenient. What else did I find out? Oh, it's really bodged up. It smokes really bad. Let's go move the camera. But a typical thing is that somebody's played around with the injector pump and turned up the volume too much. Like, pump up the volume. Of course, it's like a smoke screen, so nobody follows you. Yeah, that's a bit smoky, but it's not blue smoke, which is good. Now I know I shouldn't really run the pump much longer. I'll better change that hose because I don't want to dry out the power steering pump. So let's get that done. When you're replacing this power steering hose, especially on the left-hand drive, look at the state of that. That's the original. I just cut them with a knife. I always cut them because they get so hard that you'll never get them off. And I cut them around the clamp, so instead of taking the clamp out, I cut them off around about here, and then you can easily feed the long piece back up, and it works quite well. Whilst I was here, why I've got this video going, I just wanted to show you here, if you can see. Let's see if we can do a bit of a zoom. See there? They've actually welded this yoke onto the power steering box. Well, that's that box scrap then. Amazing, isn't it, eh? I've noticed also, if we can see here on the fan, wait a minute, I don't know if you can see down here, I'll edit that bit out, but they've actually welded a bracket to the fan to fix it. If you notice there that the pulley on the front cover has two bolts missing. You can see the weight of it, it's pulling it down, look. So that's not good. These old Africans seem to like welders. Look at that. What a mess, eh? Oh well, alright, so that's that. Let's hook this pipe up and then we should be able to get some steering. Mind you, not that we're going to go very far because we've got to try and get that wheel and tyre off. I think I'll put a tube in it. It's the only thing you can do. Right, back to work. So there you go. It's running. So far, so good. Alternator's making a hell of a noise, bearings are knackered. I've got a bit to do. You see this plug? This came out the thermostat housing. I've got to try and find a tap. I had one somewhere, I think I lent it out and I never got it back. But I can't pressure test it until I've got this done. But it's not looking too bad. The power steering hose was a bit of a surprise. I wish I saw that when the front was off. Well, never mind, sometimes it... But it was right under the... where the clip holds onto the chassis, so I never saw it. Well, there you go. Can't be perfect at everything, can you? Anyway, the thing is, tomorrow I'll pop down the shops and get a couple of tubes, because I realise that the tubes that are in there have maybe got punctures. I think they've got punctures, and I can't be asked messing about with the punctures, so I'll put a couple of tubes in, get this mobile, and see what the gearbox is like. That could be fun, couldn't it? Anyway, well, that filled in a Friday afternoon, didn't it? And it's now 4:30. That's not too bad. Couple of hours, 2-3 hours. So I think time to finish for the week and relax with a nice, refreshing glass of sherry. I'll talk to you later. Bye.